Hey, my chic, classy, spicy family. Happy 2017 to you and yours. I hope that this year has started off on the right foot for you and you are expecting many, many, many more blessings than what you had in 2016. I certainly am. Well, I wanted to stop in and just say hello because we have not spoken since 2016. And I wanted to just share a little bit of information about me. We're getting to know each other, so I thought it would be really cool to do a 10 random facts about me. So, I'm not going to keep you, so let's just roll into this. Oh, before I get started, thank you, my subscribers, for supporting me. I really, really, really appreciate it. And if you are new to the channel, I really encourage you to hit the subscribe button below and subscribe so that you'll get notifications of new videos as we produce them. Also, don't forget to follow us on our other social media platforms. Our tag name is Chic.Classy.Spicy on all of them: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. So look forward to seeing you on those platforms as well. But without further ado, let's get into these 10 random facts about me. And I do have my notebook because I do kind of forget sometimes. Even though it's about me, you forget I need to keep this. Yes, exactly. You understand. So, number one is I am left-handed. It's so funny because if you were to see my handwriting, it does not look like I'm left-handed. I write straight up and down, just like I would assume a right-handed person, so no one ever guesses that I am left-handed. And they don't guess I'm left-handed until I pull the pen out, because I don't turn my hand in awkward looking positions. My brother and my mom, my middle brother, are left-handed as well, and you can tell that they are left-handed because of the way that they write. Neither of them really turn their hands in really awkward positions, but they are positioned a lot different than mine. So it's very interesting. And the other thing is, out of all of my mom's children, my youngest brother is the only one, and there's only 3 of us, who isn't left-handed. So he's the only one who's not in his right mind in the household, other than my dad. So, number two is that I have been completely natural since 2010. I did the big chop May of 2010. I stopped getting perms in September of 2009, and I made that decision because my hairdresser wanted to put protein treatments in my hair and was telling me my hair needed this, that, and the other, but she kept saying my hair was so healthy and how much she loved my hair, and I couldn't understand it. So I was like, boo, why do I need all these things if you're telling me my hair is so healthy? So I just decided that I was going to take my hair into my own hands and leave the creamy crack alone. I have not missed it and will never go back to it. I love this mane. I love my crown and glory that God has blessed me to have, and I pray that in the next year that I get to my goal of tailbone. I am just at waist length now. I straightened a couple months ago, so I'm very happy because that was a goal that I was trying to get to. So yay me, and pray for me on that one, on the tailbone, and I'm working on it. Third, I cannot leave my home without 2 things, and that's earrings and just a little bit of color on my lips. Earrings for me frame my face. I feel like if I don't have earrings on, I'm not together. I'm not put together. My face just looks like it's not alive. For some reason, it just makes me look open and approachable. Lip color, I'm not really sure about the lip color. I just think that you should have something on your lips, or at least me. So I've always had just a little bit of color, even if it's just a colored lip gloss. And I'm going to have a pair of earrings on. Go figure. The 4th one, I am a serial entrepreneur. Yep. I am always sticking my finger in something, doing something on my own. And I think I got it from, I know I got it from genetics and heredity. My grandparents were the first restaurant owners, or African American restaurant owners, in South Carolina. My great-grandfather, my grandfather, my uncles, my dad are all brick masons, and they all had their own companies. They didn't work for anyone. And my mother was a domestic worker. She had her own cleaning company. So Go figure. I mean, it was bound to happen. The interesting thing is that it's just myself and my middle brother who are prone to being self-employed and dabbling at businesses and so forth. My younger brother, he's a diesel mechanic. He has no interest in running a business or anything. He just wants to go get his check, put his hours in, and get his cheddar. So I've had a marketing company, I've had a moving company, I've had an errand service, I've had a used car lot. What else? I've had a bookkeeping company. Excuse the I'm working on that. I have also had a marketing company, and I have an insurance agency now. I've been in insurance since 1988, so that makes sense for me to have an insurance agency. And now I have the YouTube channel. It's more of a hobby, but hopefully God will bless it to turn into another form of income. But if not, we're going to just have fun and just continue to produce quality videos for you. So that's just a little bit about my serial entrepreneurship. Yes, me. Number 5, we're halfway done. Guess what? I have over 150 pairs of shoes and boots. No kidding. Actually, it's probably closer to 200. I really don't know. I actually have 3 shoe racks that can hold 36 pairs of shoes in my home, over the door shoe racks, and I also have boxes of shoes up under my bed. I have 2 walk-in closets. They have shoes in them as well. So yes, I love shoes and boots. I have this thing about having a pair to go with almost everything that I wear. So go figure. And no, it's not going to probably get smaller because I buy shoes, boots all the time. It is what it is. I love them. Number 6. I am a survivor of domestic violence. Yes, my first husband was my first everything, but he was also an abuser. So I've been kicked, I've been punched, I've been spit on. You name it, it's probably happened to me. But by the grace of God, I survived. And the one thing that I realized about being a survivor is that my mother was also a victim of domestic violence. So it does and can sometimes follow your children into their lives. So that's been something that's been really, really important for me, to make certain that my kids did not take any mess off of anyone. Excuse me, again, I'm working on that. But if you are in a situation where you are being abused, whether it's physically, whether it's verbally, whether it's they're not giving you attention, affection, love, they're not taking care of you financially, I encourage you to look deep within. Find the courage, find the strength to look for an opportunity to get out of that situation. If you can't do it for yourself, I encourage you to do it for someone that loves you. Maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your siblings. If you have children, do it for them. But find that strength, that courage to leave that situation. You are so much better than that, and you deserve so much more. If I can survive it, and my story, you're just getting the glossed over part, you can survive it. So I will be praying for you if you are a victim of domestic violence. And if you have survived domestic violence, please share your comments below, because you never know who's reading. You never know who just simply needs to know that they too can survive through this situation. So we're on to number 7. I do not drink milk, but I dip. Yep, I dip. Here's the thing. I don't really know when I stopped drinking milk after being a child. I just know that I do not drink milk. I have not drank milk in forever. Not the only milk that I drank when I was carrying my 2 daughters was chocolate milk, because I cannot stand the smell of regular white milk. I don't like the way it tastes. But I do use it for cooking, and I do eat cereal. I just don't drink the milk. I don't like to get a lot of it on the spoon. Don't know where it came from. I just don't like it. But interestingly enough, my mom used to love Chips Ahoy cookies, and she also loved buttermilk. So she always kept buttermilk in the refrigerator. So I would dip my chocolate chip cookies in the buttermilk. Go figure. I don't know if it was the sourness of the buttermilk that I liked on the chocolate chip cookie, but I never drank the milk itself. So yes, don't drink milk, but I'm a dipper. And number 8, I graduated with my Bachelor of Science in Human Services at the age of 48, 2 years ago. I had been trying to complete my education off and on for decades. There was a time in my life where I didn't feel like I needed it because I had very good jobs, or I was making a decent income from one of the businesses that I had opened. So I didn't feel the need to have that college degree. However, there were times that I wanted opportunities and I didn't get those opportunities because of that little piece of paper. That little piece of paper dictated whether or not someone was going to give me an opportunity that I knew I was darn well qualified for. So when I got laid off in 2009 from one of the best jobs ever in the world, they closed the company, I decided that I was finally going to get that piece of paper because no one was going to ever tell me that I couldn't get the job because of a piece of paper that just stated that, you know what, I got student loan debts coming out of the yazoo, because that's exactly what happened. But I got the piece of paper. So if you're in the throes of going back to college, if you're contemplating it as one of your promises to yourself for 2017, you can do it. No matter what your age is. If it is truly what you want to do, make it happen. Take one course at a time. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Pass the classes. I used to try to get all A's in my classes, but when I realized that those grades only mattered while I was in college, as long as I passed, I was able to take a little bit of the pressure off myself and enjoy my classes. So again, if you were looking at this and you're 50 like myself or over, you can do this. And we got this, all right? Number 9. Whew, this is a big one for me. Clutter absolutely drives me bonkers. Ooh, yes. My mom was always a neat freak. I do not ever remember being in our home and stuff being anywhere other than where it was supposed to be. So if it had a home, that's where it needed to be. Your toys weren't on the floor. Your clothes weren't on the hanging behind the door on the floor. They were in the clothes hamper or hung up or in the drawer. So for me, I've taken that into my own life, and yes, I think I drove my daughters crazy when they were in my home because they had to make sure certain clothes were hung on a hanger, certain clothes were in a drawer, to the point that my oldest daughter really has an OCD seriousness when it comes to vacuum, and she cannot stand to see footprints in the carpet. So she has killed several vacuum cleaners. Now I'm not that bad, but I do need to make sure that everything in my house has a home and is in its home. I will stay up all night long or do whatever I need to do to make certain that my home is neat and things are in its place. I've kind of eased up a little bit, being in an apartment alone for so long. Things really never got out of place. But now that I am in a relationship and we're not necessarily the same on that level, I've had to actually just, not make an issue of it, because I have to remember that's my issue. It's not his issue. So it can be a problem, but if you don't take it to that level of it being a problem, I think we'll be okay. But it does still drive me crazy. Like, I still can't stand to see trash in a trash can either. It needs to be empty. That's me. Number 10, we're finally there. I don't know if you guys are like me, but there's just something about Starbucks coffee. I got a seasonal addiction to Starbucks coffee in the winter. My car just seems to just go to whatever Starbucks store, drive through there to get white chocolate mocha. Yeah, it's really bad because that's like $5 a cup. I really need to get a handle on that. But yeah, it's only in the winter that I have this addiction to Starbucks coffee. I'm not sure if it's because I feel like I need to be warm and coffee just makes me think I'm warm. I really don't know, but I'm going to work on that. That's going to be one of my promises to myself, to work on that over the next year. So 10 things about me, but I wanted to share one more thing. I know it's supposed to be 10, but realize I don't ever follow the rules. Serial entrepreneur, remember? Okay, this is the last one. I'm going to make it short. You will not believe this, but 2016 was the year that I saw my first, get this, my first Star Wars and Marvel movies. I know. Yes, I know. However, I am now addicted. Luke Cage, Daredevil, Jessica, Misty. Yeah, totally addicted. Love Deadpool. Woo, yes. So, without further ado, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to close it out so that you can go and do something that you enjoy. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Hit the button below. Like, thumbs up this video, share it, and come back often. Thanks so much and have a good one. Have an awesome day on purpose and keep it chic, classy, and spicy.